Guys, what is up with another video? Today I'm going to be teaching you how to drive stick shift or manual transmission your vehicle. Try it with your friend's vehicle, your vehicle, whatever. I'm going to be using my 2004 Dodge Ram 2500 heavy duty, so let me show ya. Now remember, the first thing you do is put on your seatbelt. Okay, once your seatbelt is on, you will notice that there are 3 pedals and this stick, okay? And your tachometer, all that, yeah. Let me teach you what all these pedals are about. So everybody should know what these 2 pedals are. If you can't, here, I'll tell you. So this, in an automatic transmission car too, on the far right is your gas, and on the left would be your brake. So that's what those 2 are, but actually this is not the left, that's the middle. Over here, you have a 3rd pedal on the far left called your clutch. Your clutch separates the engine from your transmission so you can shift gears. Okay, so you should adjust your seat to where you can push the clutch all the way to the floor until you cannot move it. Okay, start slow at all of what I'm about to teach you when you're first learning. This is the stick. This is what you shift gears with. So yeah, you should be able to see where all your gears are. It's different for every car. It's different. So for me, for a lot of cars, it's first is all the way over to the left and up. So when you know you're in neutral is when you can shift it back and forth. That's when you're not in a gear. But first is all the way to the left and up. Okay, should come into place and you shouldn't be able to wiggle it. Second is all the way to the left and down. Shouldn't wiggle it. And then all the way up. When you pop it, just like if you're in a gear and then you pop it, it goes into neutral, okay? And once it's in where it pops into, straight up is 3rd. Shouldn't be able to wiggle. I mean, it should be able to wiggle, but not like you're in neutral. And then 4th is straight down. I think you're getting the pattern. And then 5th, for me, is all the way over to the right and up, okay? So that's 5th. And then reverse is all the way over to the left, or to the right and down, okay? It's different for every vehicle. Sometimes reverse will be all the way over further than 1st and 2nd and up. It'll be right there. Sometimes it'll be, if it's a 6th gear, it'll be 6 right here, and it'll be reverses over and down. Just depends, because you can have multiple gears in your car. There's 7 speeds, 6 speeds, 4 speeds. I have a 5 speed, okay? So, yeah, whenever you start your vehicle with this little doodad, always make sure you're neutral and make sure you can wiggle it back and forth, okay? Now, when you start your vehicle, obviously, in an automatic transmission, you just push the brake and start it. Not in a manual transmission vehicle, however. For this, you have to push your clutch all the way in to where you can't move it. Remember to adjust your seat to your liking and where you can push it. Your leg should not be fully stretched. It should have a little bit of bend. Okay? And push your brake. Once you do that, make sure you are in neutral. I am. And then turn it. And then let your vehicle warm for a second. And start the vehicle. There you go. So, yeah. For the sake of this video, I cannot drive. I'm only in 8th grade, and I need to have a driver's license to drive. And even though I am on my property, my parents have to be here for me to do that. So I'll post a video on me doing that some other time. Just saying. Okay, I hope you're not confused, because this is where it gets confusing. So remember, memorize your gears and adjust your seat. Alright, so here we go. Actually, here we go. So this little thing is your tachometer. You have it in an automatic transmission car, but honestly, nobody uses it. You have to use it. This is very, very, very sacred in the world of manual transmission, because this thing is very important. So this reads RPM. RPM stands for rotations per minute. If you don't know what's rotating, it's your crankshaft. Your crankshaft is what turns your pistons. Everyone should know what a piston is. It goes through your cylinder back and forth while it sprays I forgot the name, but things spray gasoline or diesel, whatever you have, and air, and you have something called a spark plug. Your spark plug is what lights it, and you use that energy to obviously make your vehicle go. So that's what RPM stands for, in case you're wondering. Times 1,000, so this would be 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. I think you got it. Some vehicles go all the way up to 9,000 RPM, some go to 8, mine goes to 7. So, you have something called a red line, which is like 2,000 RPMs worth. That's when you need to shift gears in order to not blow out your, blow your pistons in your transmission. So, you can, but don't do it a lot. So, depends on, every vehicle is different on where you need to shift. Kind of go off the sound of it. If it's way too loud, do not. Like, if it's way too loud, shift gears. Like, for me, I shift right around 3,000 to 3,500 RPMs, okay? So, if you want to scare your friends, call them all the way up here if you want to, but don't do it a lot. If you want to just daily drive shift, go about in the middle, okay? So, when you're starting, push the clutch all the way in, and the brake, just to make sure you're in neutral, but pop it into, all the way up to the left, and up, for me. Just pop it into first, wherever your first gear is, okay? Then once the clutch is in, lightly feather the gas, like so, okay? And get this little needle up to about 1,500 to 2,000 RPMs, okay? Do not go over 2,000 RPMs because it is very bad, okay? Just don't do it. So keep it about there, and as you keep it there, slowly let off your clutch. Do this very slowly at the beginning, just because it's pretty hard. Your needle will eventually start to fall once your clutch starts to push back on your foot. That's the bite point, okay? When that happens, give it more gas, because you'll stall the vehicle because it's not getting enough gas and the engine will just die, okay? So, it's not a bad thing unless you do it constantly, okay? So just do that, okay? Okay? And then that's how you get into first. Once you start moving, then you're good. Then you get up to how many RPMs you go to until you shift. Okay, it all depends on what vehicle you drive. Once you get up to those RPMs to where you shift, you will push your clutch all the way in, completely let off the gas, and pop it into second. Then slowly let off your clutch and give the gas. And then you should start lowering RPMs. You do this for all gears, so it's basically the same thing the whole time. Here's some tips for it, because I basically just taught you. Just remember, go through all the gears. Make sure you know all your gears, and make sure you do not let off the clutch super, super fast, because that's called popping the clutch, and you'll do this weird rocking back thing. It won't do much, but it's not good, okay? Never rest your foot on the clutch, because even though you think you're not putting any pressure on it, you actually are, which is separating the transmission from the engine, and it'll burn your clutch 10 times faster. So just put your foot right here, because you rarely need your clutch. And yeah, if you guys want a part 2 on a more detailed video, just like and subscribe. If I get up to 10 subscribers, I'll do it. Alright, we'll see you guys in the next video on trucks and cars. Okay, guys? And, yeah, so, get a manual transmission. It's amazing. And, don't blow it, okay? Because then you'll be missing out on a lot of fun. So, like and subscribe, turn on post notifications, and, I'll see you guys in the next video.